Hi people! In today's video, you will learn how to make kombucha and the science behind it. Kombucha is a naturally carbonated and fermented tea beverage with sweet and acidic taste. It originated in China, but has now become popular worldwide. Here is what you need to make kombucha at home. First, you need tea in leaves or bags, some water, some granulated white sugar, and a SCOBY. Let's take a deeper look into our ingredients, shall we? A SCOBY is a symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. It houses the many species of acetic acid bacteria, lactic acid bacteria, and yeast that are responsible for kombucha fermentation. The aerobic acetic acid bacterium, Bacter xylinus, begins to produce cellulose once the dissolved oxygen in its environment starts to disappear. The cellulose forms the SCOBY pellicule, which traps the microorganisms and floats to the air-liquid interface. This provides the acetic acid bacteria a constant supply of oxygen which they require for oxidative fermentation. Now, let's look how kombucha is made. If you don't already have a SCOBY, the first step is to grow your own. Ensure that all of your equipment and working station is clean and sanitized. Then, empty a bottle of store-bought kombucha into a mason jar. The live cell cultures already present in the commercial kombucha will help kickstart the formation of a new SCOBY. Cover the opening of the jar with a piece of cheesecloth and secure it in place with an elastic band. Keep the jar in a cool and dark place for about 2 weeks, after which you should find a gelatinous disc floating on top. Ta-da! You have yourself a brand new SCOBY! To start the fermentation process, you first need to infuse 5 grams of your favorite tea into half of a liter of boiled water for 5 minutes. Then, transfer the tea into a mason jar, and if using loose leaf tea, filter out the leaves by straining through a cheesecloth. Dissolve half a cup of table sugar in the warm tea. The sugar and tea leaves will provide the glucose necessary for the growth of the yeast and lactic acid bacteria. Add 400 milliliters of cool water and let your mixture cool down for about an hour. Transfer the SCOBY to the tea, as well as 100 milliliters of the kombucha used to make the SCOBY in order to initiate the acidification process. Cover the mouth of your jar with a cheesecloth, secure it by a rubber band, and place it in a cool and dark place. At this stage, the yeast will metabolize the glucose into ethanol, as well as carbon dioxide, creating the effervescence in kombucha. The acetic acid bacteria will convert the ethanol into acetic acid, and the lactic acid bacteria will transform the sugars into lactic acid, acidifying the tea. After 7 days, carefully remove the SCOBY from the jar and save it to reuse for future fermentations. And if you prefer sweeter kombucha, remove the SCOBY after 3 or 4 days. To bottle your beverage, filter it through a cheesecloth and flavor to your liking if desired. Enjoy your drink! Did you know that kombucha is a federally regulated beverage in the USA due to its alcohol content of 0.5%?